so powerful that it makes regular trucks look like tiny toys. A beast that can carry the weight of 300 cars at once. This is the BelAZ 75710, the biggest, heaviest, most powerful dump truck ever built. But how did humanity create such a monster? And why does it even exist? This isn't just a truck, it's an engineering marvel. A machine designed to conquer the most extreme mining operations on Earth. It roams the deepest pits, hauling hundreds of tons of rock in a single trip, crushing any obstacle in its path. But here's the craziest part. It doesn't just run on raw power. It uses a system so advanced that it rivals electric trains, blending diesel and electricity to move mountains. But building the largest truck in the world wasn't easy. The challenges were brutal, the risks were massive, and pushing the limits of what's possible nearly broke the engineers who designed it. And yet, against all odds, they succeeded. Stay with me, because what you're about to see is mind-blowing. The size, the power, the cost, it's all on another level. And by the end, you'll know why this machine is truly one of a kind. The story of the BelAZ 75710 doesn't start with its towering size or record-breaking power. It begins with a need, a demand so extreme that no ordinary truck could handle it. Mining companies were pushing harder, digging deeper, and extracting more material than ever before. The industry needed something bigger, something stronger, something capable of carrying loads no other truck in the world could manage. And that's when BelAZ, a Belarusian company known for building heavy-duty mining equipment, decided to take on a challenge no one else had dared to face. The goal was clear: design a dump truck capable of carrying 450 metric tons in a single trip. That's the equivalent of hauling 6 fully loaded Boeing 737 airplanes. But this wasn't just about stacking metal and slapping on a bigger engine. The laws of physics don't scale so easily. Making a truck this size function properly meant rewriting the rules of engineering. First, there was the weight problem. A fully loaded BelAZ 75710 tips the scales at over 810 metric tons, meaning it needed a structure strong enough to hold that kind of mass without collapsing. Traditional truck frames wouldn't cut it. The engineers had to design an entirely new chassis using ultra-high-strength steel, strong enough to support the massive weight while still being flexible enough to absorb the immense forces acting on the truck during operation. Then came the issue of power. A standard mining truck relies on a single diesel engine, but no existing engine was powerful enough to move a machine of this magnitude efficiently. The solution? Not one, but 2 massive 16-cylinder turbocharged diesel engines, each producing 2,300 horsepower for a combined output of 4,600 horsepower. That's the same as putting 4 Bugatti Chirons together just to get this beast moving. But even that wasn't enough. A truck this size couldn't rely on a traditional transmission. The strain would be too much, causing mechanical failures under the weight of the massive loads. Instead, engineers turned to something different: electric drive technology, similar to what you'd find in a locomotive. The diesel engines don't directly power the wheels. Instead, they generate electricity, which then powers 4 giant electric motors, one for each pair of wheels. This setup allows for smooth, controlled power distribution, minimizing wear and tear while maximizing efficiency. But power means nothing if you can't control it. And that brought up another major problem: turning. A standard dump truck has 4 wheels, but at this size, that wouldn't work. The BelAZ 75710 needed 8 massive tires, each standing over 13 feet tall and weighing more than 5,000 pounds. To ensure it could maneuver in tight mining areas, the engineers gave the truck 2 steering axles, allowing the front 4 wheels to pivot simultaneously. This gives it an unexpectedly tight turning radius, despite its monstrous size. Now let's talk about fuel. Moving this much weight demands an insane amount of energy. The BelAZ 75710 burns through 1,300 liters of diesel per hour under full load. That's the same as draining an entire small car's gas tank every single minute. But this wasn't just about making the truck big. It was about making it efficient. That's why the engineers integrated an energy recovery system which recycles some of the truck's power when braking, reducing fuel consumption and wear on the components. Still, the biggest challenge wasn't just making the truck run. It was making sure it could survive the brutal environments it was designed for. The BelAZ 75710 operates in some of the most extreme conditions on Earth, from the frozen wastelands of Siberia, where temperatures drop to 50 degrees C, to the scorching mines of Australia, where heat and dust push machinery to its limits. That meant building a reinforced cooling system capable of keeping the engines from overheating and ensuring that every electrical component was shielded from dust, mud, and ice. And then came the real test, the first operational trials. A truck this size couldn't just be tested in a regular facility. Engineers had to create custom-built proving grounds, designed to replicate the harshest conditions the BelAZ 75710 would face in real-world mining operations. It was put through brutal endurance tests, loaded to its maximum capacity, driven over uneven terrain, and subjected to extreme stress levels to see if it could handle the pressure. The results? Stunning. The BelAZ 75710 shattered records, proving that it could carry 450 metric tons without breaking a sweat. In fact, during testing, the truck successfully carried loads even heavier than that, proving its over-engineered durability. But there was still one more challenge: the cost. Building the biggest truck in the world wasn't cheap. Each BelAZ 75710 cost between $6 to $10 million, and that's just for the base model. Maintenance? Even more expensive. Every tire costs over $40,000, and replacing an engine is a multi-million-dollar operation. But despite the cost, mining companies saw the value. The efficiency gains from using a single 450-ton truck instead of multiple smaller trucks meant lower fuel costs, fewer drivers needed, and ultimately higher profits. So, was it worth it? Absolutely. Since its launch, the BelAZ 75710 has become a legend in the mining industry, proving that when engineers push the limits, the results can be mind-blowing. But this truck is just the beginning. As technology advances, will we see even bigger, even stronger mining machines? Will electric and autonomous technology replace these giants, making them even more efficient? One thing is certain: humanity will always push the limits, and as long as there's something to be moved, machines like the BelAZ 75710 will continue to shape the future. And now, knowing the insane engineering behind this beast, the next time you see a massive truck on the road, just remember, it doesn't even come close to what you've just witnessed. So, what do you think? Would you want to drive one of these? Or do you have another crazy machine in mind that deserves a deep dive? Let me know in the comments. And if you love machines as much as I do, don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from. Imagine a machine so vast that its sheer size forces you to reconsider everything you thought you knew about transportation. The BelAZ 75710 is not merely a truck, it is a monument to human ambition, an engineering marvel whose dimensions are as awe-inspiring as its power. Standing in its presence, you cannot help but feel dwarfed by its immense proportions. This colossal behemoth stretches over 20 meters in length, towers nearly 8 meters in height, and spans almost 10 meters in width. These numbers are not mere statistics. They are a testament to the extraordinary ambition of its creators, who dared to dream big and built something truly monumental. Every measurement of the BelAZ 75710 challenges our perception of scale. Its length is longer than most city buses multiplied by 3. Its height rivals a 3-story building, and its width makes even the largest commercial vehicles seem diminutive. The massive frame is constructed from ultra-high-strength materials, ensuring that every inch can withstand the immense forces it encounters. Every structural element has been meticulously designed to support both its own weight and the hundreds of tons of material it carries in a single trip. The dimensions of this truck are more than just numbers on paper. They symbolize the breakthrough of modern engineering. The enormous size of the BelAZ 75710 opens up new possibilities in industrial productivity. Larger dimensions mean that a single truck can transport vast quantities of material, reducing the need for multiple trips and minimizing operational downtime. This incredible capacity translates directly into higher efficiency and lower costs for mining operations around the globe. Walking alongside the BelAZ 75710, one is compelled to reflect on the audacity of its design. Every curve and line of its colossal body speaks to a deliberate choice to push the boundaries of what a vehicle can be. The creators of this titan did not settle for incremental improvements. They envisioned a machine that would redefine the limits of industrial machinery. Their ambition is enshrined in the truck's imposing dimensions, a physical embodiment of the belief that there are no limits when innovation is allowed to flourish. One of the most striking aspects of the BelAZ 75710 is the size of its tires. Each tire, towering over 13 feet tall, is a giant in its own right, capable of supporting enormous weight while providing stability and traction on the roughest surfaces. These tires are not merely large, they are meticulously engineered to ensure that the truck can move smoothly and efficiently across uneven terrain. Weighing over 5,000 pounds each, the tires represent a fusion of durability and innovation, crafted to endure the constant stress of heavy mining operations without faltering. The vast dimensions of the BelAZ 75710 extend to its internal architecture as well. The cabin, designed to be both functional and comfortable, is spacious enough to house a crew that manages the truck's operations. Every control, every display, is positioned with precision, ensuring that the operator can command this giant with ease. The interior is a study in contrast. Amid the intimidating bulk of the machinery outside, the cabin is surprisingly ergonomic and thoughtfully designed. This harmonious balance between colossal size and human-centric design is a remarkable achievement in industrial engineering. One cannot discuss the dimensions of the BelAZ 75710 without acknowledging the careful thought that went into every aspect of its design. The spatial configuration of the engine compartment is particularly noteworthy. Housing two massive 16-cylinder engines within a single vehicle demanded an innovative approach to layout and space management. Engineers designed the compartment to maximize efficiency, ensuring that every component had its place without compromising the integrity of the truck's overall structure. This level of precision in design reflects a broader philosophy that every inch of the BelAZ 75710 is an integral part of a cohesive, masterfully executed plan. The sheer magnitude of the truck's dimensions also has practical implications for its performance in extreme environments. In the rugged, unforgiving landscapes of mining sites, size is a double-edged sword. On one hand, the massive structure allows the truck to carry unprecedented loads, dramatically increasing efficiency. On the other hand, maneuvering such a behemoth through narrow, winding passages presents its own set of challenges. However, through innovative design solutions, such as advanced steering mechanisms and a robust suspension system, the BelAZ 75710 manages to navigate these obstacles with surprising agility. This adaptability is a direct result of the careful balance between scale and functionality. Every aspect of the BelAZ 75710's design is a masterclass in overcoming challenges posed by scale. The enormous dimensions of the truck are not simply for spectacle. They serve a critical role in its operational success. The integration of state-of-the-art engineering techniques ensures that despite its massive size, every component works in perfect concert with the others. The design team faced the daunting task of reconciling the physical limitations imposed by such large dimensions with the need for operational efficiency and reliability. Their solution was nothing short of revolutionary, transforming what could have been an insurmountable challenge into a demonstration of human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of excellence. In the grand tapestry of industrial machinery, The dimensions of the BelAZ 75710 stand out as an emblem of possibility. This truck is not just a tool, it is a visionary statement that dares to challenge the conventional limits of what machines can do. Its colossal size is both a practical necessity and an inspirational beacon, a reminder that innovation thrives on pushing boundaries. With every load it hauls and every obstacle it overcomes, the BelAZ 75710 reaffirms that the future of heavy industry lies in bold ideas and fearless execution. It is a testament to the extraordinary capabilities of human creativity when matched with cutting-edge engineering. In summary, the BelAZ 75710 is a towering achievement, a giant whose dimensions inspire awe and redefine industry standards, reminding us that nothing is impossible when visionary engineering meets boundless ambition. This extraordinary scale challenges the limits of our imagination and fuels future innovations. Absolutely astounding. Power, raw, unstoppable power. That's what it takes to move a machine as massive as the BelAZ 75710. You don't just build the biggest truck in the world and hope it works. You need an engine that can defy physics, that can push over 800 metric tons of steel, rock and fuel across the most brutal landscapes on the planet. Most mining trucks rely on a single massive diesel engine to get the job done. But for the BelAZ 75710, that wasn't enough. This beast needed something bigger, something stronger, something capable of moving mountains, literally. The answer? Not one, but two colossal 16-cylinder diesel engines, each pumping out 2,300 horsepower. That's a combined 4,600 horsepower, nearly as much power as 4 Bugatti Chirons combined. But here's the crazy part. Those engines don't directly drive the wheels. Instead, the BelAZ 75710 uses a diesel-electric hybrid system similar to what you'd find in a locomotive. The diesel engines generate electricity, which then powers 4 gigantic electric motors, one for each set of wheels. This system eliminates the need for a traditional transmission, which would never survive the sheer force needed to push a truck of this size. With direct electric power, the truck can distribute torque more efficiently, ensuring maximum traction and control even under extreme loads. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine you're standing next to the BelAZ, looking up at its massive frame. You press the accelerator, and within moments, this 810-ton giant starts moving as if gravity itself doesn't apply. That's the magic of electric drive technology. Instant torque, maximum efficiency, and smooth acceleration, even when carrying an impossible 450 metric tons of rock. But moving this much weight isn't just about raw power, it's about precision engineering. The electric motors allow the BelAZ to adjust power to individual wheels, preventing wheel spin even on slippery, uneven terrain. Traditional diesel-powered trucks struggle with traction when carrying heavy loads, but this system ensures that every bit of energy is used as efficiently as possible. And then there's the sound. Unlike the deafening roar of traditional diesel trucks, the BelAZ 75710 hums like a freight train, with its electric motors delivering power in near silence compared to its size. But don't be fooled. When this beast is at full throttle, the sheer force of its twin diesel engines creates a deep, earth-shaking rumble, a sound that warns everything in its path. Get out of the way. Of course, power like this comes at a cost. The BelAZ 75710 burns through diesel at an insane rate, consuming up to 1,300 liters per hour when fully loaded. That's enough fuel to fill a small car 25 times over every hour. This monster doesn't sip fuel, it gulps it down like an unstoppable force of nature. But surprisingly, it's still more efficient than using multiple smaller trucks. Instead of running 4 or 5 trucks to move the same amount of material, a single BelAZ 75710 can do the job in one trip, cutting down fuel costs and emissions. But what happens when you need to slow down? A vehicle this size can't rely on traditional braking systems alone. That's where its regenerative braking technology comes into play. When the truck decelerates, the electric motors switch modes, turning into generators that convert excess energy back into electricity. This reduces wear on the massive brakes, extends their lifespan, and even helps recover some of the energy lost during braking. It's the same technology used in electric cars, but scaled up to handle hundreds of tons of weight. And speaking of stopping power, the BelAZ 75710 is equipped with 4 massive disc brakes and additional air brakes to ensure that this beast can come to a safe stop, even when carrying nearly 500,000 kilograms. That's a level of engineering precision that turns raw power into controlled power. But let's talk about the real reason this power matters, because it changes the game for mining operations worldwide. Traditional trucks were limited by size and efficiency, forcing companies to invest in entire fleets just to keep up with demand. But the BelAZ 75710 rewrote the rules. With its unmatched power and carrying capacity, a single truck can move more material than multiple smaller ones combined. This reduces costs, minimizes fuel consumption, and increases overall productivity, making it one of the most valuable machines in modern mining. Yet despite its dominance, one question remains. Will there ever be something even more powerful? As technology advances, will we see fully electric versions of trucks this size? Autonomous machines that operate without human drivers? The mining industry is already experimenting with battery-powered haulers, and the idea of an electric BelAZ 75710 isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. Imagine this, a future where the biggest, most powerful truck in the world runs entirely on electricity, using cutting-edge battery systems and AI-controlled navigation. No emissions, no fuel costs, just pure, unstoppable power. Could we see that in the next decade? Only time will tell. But for now, the BelAZ 75710 remains the king of industrial machinery, a mechanical titan that has no equal. Its power, its engineering, and its dominance make it a true masterpiece of modern technology. And now, I want to hear from you. What do you think of this incredible machine? Would you want to see even bigger, more powerful vehicles in the future? And if you love content like this, machines that push the limits of human engineering, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more coming, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Building the largest truck in the world is one thing, but proving that it can actually work in real-world conditions is an entirely different challenge. The BelAZ 75710 wasn't just designed to be big, it was designed to survive the most extreme environments on the planet. From the frozen wastelands of Siberia to the blistering heat of Australia's mines, this truck had to prove that it could handle anything nature threw at it. The first major challenge was the sheer weight of the truck itself. When fully loaded, the BelAZ 75710 weighs over 800 metric tons. That kind of mass creates immense stress on every single component. The steel frame, the wheels, the suspension, the drivetrain, everything had to be designed to withstand forces that no other vehicle in history had ever experienced. Engineers spent years developing materials strong enough to handle the pressure. They used ultra-high-strength steel in the frame, reinforced suspension systems, and aircraft-grade alloys to ensure that every part of the truck could endure the incredible loads it would carry. But stress wasn't the only issue. The truck had to operate in some of the most unpredictable and unforgiving conditions in the world. One of the first major tests took place in the frigid mines of Siberia, where temperatures regularly dropped to minus 50 degrees Celsius. At those temperatures, most diesel engines struggle to start. Fuel can thicken and metal can become brittle. The BelAZ 75710 was equipped with an advanced preheating system that kept its twin 16-cylinder engines warm even in the coldest conditions. Special low-temperature hydraulic fluids were used to prevent freezing, and its tires were designed to maintain flexibility despite the extreme cold. But cold was only half the battle. The truck also needed to perform in the opposite extreme, scorching heat. In the open pit mines of Australia and South America, temperatures can soar past 50 degrees Celsius. At those levels, cooling systems can fail, electronic components can overheat and rubber tires can degrade rapidly. The BelAZ 75710 was fitted with an advanced multi-stage cooling system that ensured its engines remained at optimal operating temperatures, no matter the conditions. Its electronic systems were encased in heat-resistant materials, and its tires were reinforced to withstand both the heat and the brutal terrain. Then came the challenge of terrain itself. Unlike traditional roads, mining environments are rough, unpredictable, and constantly changing. The truck had to be tested on every kind of surface imaginable: loose gravel, deep mud, steep inclines, and even unstable rock formations. Engineers designed a sophisticated traction control system that allowed the truck to automatically adjust power distribution between its 8 massive wheels. This meant that even if 1 or 2 wheels lost grip, the truck would still keep moving forward. But the real test came when the truck was loaded to its full capacity. Engineers wanted to push the BelAZ 75710 to its limits, so they filled its massive dump bed with more than 450 metric tons of rock, exceeding its rated capacity just to see if it could handle it. The moment of truth arrived as the truck was put into motion. The engines roared to life, the electric motors delivered their full torque, and slowly but surely, the massive vehicle began to roll forward. Despite carrying an unimaginable amount of weight, the truck accelerated smoothly, proving that its powertrain could handle even the heaviest loads. And then came the stopping test. Moving a vehicle this size is impressive, but stopping it is even more important. A fully loaded BelAZ 75710 has so much momentum that traditional brakes alone wouldn't be enough to bring it to a halt. That's where its advanced braking system came into play. Engineers tested its regenerative braking technology by simulating emergency stops on steep declines. As the truck slowed down, its electric motors switched into generator mode, converting excess energy into electricity while reducing the strain on its massive disc brakes. The result? The truck came to a controlled stop, proving that even at full capacity, it was safe and reliable. But even after proving its capabilities in extreme conditions, the BelAZ 75710 faced one final test: endurance. Mining operations demand reliability, and a truck of this scale can't afford frequent breakdowns. To ensure its long-term performance, the truck was put through continuous operation tests, running for days without stopping. Engineers monitored every system: engine performance, tire wear, energy consumption, and structural integrity. After thousands of hours of testing, the truck proved that it wasn't just powerful, it was built to last. Even with all these tests, real-world conditions are unpredictable. There have been reports of BelAZ 75710s facing unexpected challenges in the field: massive landslides, extreme weather events, and mechanical failures under rare but intense conditions. But the beauty of engineering is that no machine is ever truly finished. Every challenge is an opportunity for improvement. Each time an issue arises, BelAZ engineers analyze the data, refine the design, and push the limits even further. Beyond the engineering, there's something almost mythical about seeing this truck in action. Imagine standing at the edge of a massive open-pit mine, watching as this mechanical giant roars to life. The ground trembles beneath its wheels, dust rises in its wake, and with each passing second, it proves that humanity has conquered yet another frontier in industrial machinery. But the question is, what comes next? Can we build something even bigger, even stronger? As technology advances, will these machines become autonomous, navigating mines without human operators? Some mining companies are already experimenting with fully autonomous haul trucks, and it's only a matter of time before machines like the BelAZ 75710 operate entirely on their own, guided by artificial intelligence and remote control systems. What we know for certain is that this truck is just the beginning. It represents the cutting edge of what's possible today, but in the future we may see even more incredible feats of engineering. The only limit is how far we're willing to push. And now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this insane machine? Could you imagine operating one of these giants? Let me know in the comments. And if you love content about the world's most powerful machines, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. The BelAZ 757 is not just a truck, it is a revolution on wheels. When this machine rolled onto the mining scene, it didn't just change the game, it rewrote the rules entirely. Mining has always been one of the most demanding industries in the world, requiring machines capable of moving massive amounts of earth, rock, and minerals under extreme conditions. But before the BelAZ 75710, no single vehicle had ever carried loads of this magnitude. For decades, mining companies relied on fleets of smaller trucks to transport material from excavation sites to processing facilities. The problem? More trucks meant higher fuel costs, increased maintenance, and a greater need for skilled operators. The industry needed a solution, something capable of moving more material in fewer trips, reducing expenses, and increasing overall efficiency. That's where the BelAZ 75710 changed everything. With its staggering 450-ton load capacity, this truck single-handedly replaced multiple smaller haulers. Instead of running 3 or 4 trucks to move the same amount of material, mining companies could now do the job with just one. The impact on operational efficiency was immediate and massive. Fewer trucks meant less fuel consumption, lower emissions, reduced tire wear, and a significant drop in maintenance costs. The BelAZ 75710 wasn't just bigger, it was smarter, making mining operations more cost-effective than ever before. But efficiency was only part of the revolution. Safety has always been a major concern in the mining industry, and the introduction of the BelAZ 75710 improved working conditions in ways no one had expected. In traditional mining operations, the more vehicles on site, the greater the risk of accidents. Traffic congestion, human error, and mechanical failures have caused countless incidents in the past. But with the introduction of ultra-heavy haulers, like the BelAZ 75710, there were fewer trucks on the roads, reducing the chances of collisions and improving overall site safety. The technology behind the BelAZ 75710 also introduced a new level of automation into the industry. While not fully autonomous, this truck is equipped with advanced onboard systems that assist operators with everything from load distribution to energy consumption monitoring. Its diesel-electric hybrid drivetrain provides smoother acceleration and deceleration, minimizing strain on the driver while improving fuel efficiency. And with its integrated telemetry systems, mining companies can monitor every aspect of the truck's performance in real time, making adjustments on the fly to optimize output. The success of the BelAZ 75710 sparked a wave of innovation across the mining world. Competing manufacturers took notice, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Companies like Caterpillar, Komatsu, and Liebherr began developing their own ultra-heavy haulers, each trying to outdo the other in capacity, efficiency, and technology. But BelAZ had already set the bar, proving that a single truck could outperform an entire fleet. However, the revolution didn't stop at size and power. The BelAZ 75710 opened the door for a new era of mining automation. Today, many of the world's largest mines are investing heavily in autonomous vehicles, seeking to remove human operators entirely from the equation. This shift isn't just about cutting labor costs. It's about pushing efficiency and safety to levels never seen before. Imagine a mining operation where fleets of self-driving trucks work 24/7 without breaks, coordinating perfectly with each other using AI-driven logistics systems. That future isn't decades away, it's already happening. In places like Australia's Pilbara region, some mining companies have already transitioned to autonomous haul trucks, using remote operation centers hundreds of kilometers away to control massive machines with pinpoint precision. And while the BelAZ 75710 still relies on human drivers, the next generation of mining trucks may not need them at all. Future versions of ultra-heavy haulers could be entirely self-sufficient, running on artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms that adapt to changing conditions in real time. But what if the revolution goes even further? As global concerns about climate change and sustainability grow, the mining industry is under pressure to reduce its carbon footprint. The BelAZ 75710, for all its efficiency, still burns through a staggering 300 liters of diesel per hour when fully loaded. That's a number that mining companies are eager to bring down. The next logical step? Fully electric mining trucks. Several manufacturers are already experimenting with electric alternatives, seeking to replace diesel engines with high-capacity batteries and hydrogen fuel cells. If the technology advances fast enough, we could see the first fully electric ultra-heavy hauler within the next decade. And if that happens, the BelAZ 75710 may soon have competition, not just in size and power, but in sustainability. The impact of these developments extends far beyond the mining industry itself. The technology that powers these machines, electric drivetrains, autonomous navigation, AI-assisted logistics, will inevitably spill over into other sectors. Construction, transportation, and even space exploration could benefit from the breakthroughs pioneered by mining trucks like the BelAZ 75710. Think about the possibilities. If we can build a truck capable of carrying 450 tons of material on Earth, why not adapt the same technology for use on other planets? NASA and private space companies have already explored the idea of using autonomous mining equipment on the Moon and Mars, extracting raw materials for future colonization efforts. Could a version of the BelAZ 75710 one day be hauling regolith on the lunar surface? It's not as crazy as it sounds, but let's bring it back to the present. Right now, the BelAZ 75710 remains the undisputed king of mining trucks, a mechanical titan that has reshaped the way we extract resources from the Earth. Its introduction marked the beginning of a new era, one where bigger isn't just better, but more efficient, safer, and smarter. The revolution in mining is far from over. We are witnessing the dawn of a future where automation, electrification, and AI-driven logistics will take mining to levels never before imagined. The BelAZ 75710 was the first step, a groundbreaking achievement that proved what was possible. But what comes next could be even more extraordinary. And now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this mining revolution? Do you believe we will see fully autonomous electric megatrucks in the near future? Let me know in the comments. And if you love content about machines that are changing the world, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more to come. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. When you look at the sheer size and power of the BelAZ 75710, one question inevitably comes to mind. How much does this monster cost? A machine this big, this advanced and this powerful isn't something you can just buy off a dealership lot. It's an investment, a piece of industrial engineering so specialized that only the world's biggest mining companies can afford to own one. So, what does it take to put one of these beasts into operation? The base price of a BelAZ 75710 starts at an astonishing $6 million. That's just for the truck itself, without any modifications, special equipment or operational costs. But depending on the configurations and additional features required, the price can climb to well over $10 million. That's more than the cost of a private jet, multiple supercars, or even a fleet of regular dump trucks. But the purchase price is just the beginning. Owning and operating a BelAZ 75710 comes with its own set of costs that make it one of the most expensive vehicles in the world to maintain. Let's break it down. First, there's the fuel. The BelAZ 75710 burns through an incredible 1,300 liters of diesel per hour when fully loaded. To put that into perspective, that's enough fuel to fill up an entire fleet of standard pickup trucks every single hour. Over the course of a single day, operating this truck at full capacity can cost tens of thousands of dollars in fuel alone. And with fluctuating diesel prices, the long-term operational costs can be staggering. Then there are the tires. This truck doesn't roll on ordinary wheels. It uses 8 custom-designed, ultra-heavy-duty mining tires, each standing over 13 feet tall and weighing more than 5,000 pounds. Each of these tires costs around $40,000, and because of the extreme conditions they operate in, they need to be replaced regularly. A single tire change can cost as much as a brand new luxury car, and with 8 of them to maintain, keeping the truck running requires constant investment. Maintenance is another major factor. The engines of the BelAZ 75710 are built for maximum power and durability, but like any high-performance machine, they require regular servicing. The truck's twin 16-cylinder engines, each producing 2,300 horsepower, need specialized care to keep them running at peak efficiency. Routine maintenance, oil changes, and inspections add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. And if something goes wrong, a full engine replacement can cost several $1 million, making repairs a massive financial commitment. But the costs don't stop there. The truck's advanced electrical systems, hydraulic components, and computer-controlled operations all require constant monitoring. Mining companies employ entire teams of specialists just to keep these machines running smoothly. Every BelAZ 75710 in operation has dedicated technicians, engineers, and support staff, ensuring that it performs at maximum efficiency. And let's not forget logistics. Transporting a BelAZ 75710 to a mining site is no easy task. These trucks aren't driven to their destinations. They're shipped in pieces and assembled on site. The massive frame, wheels, and engine components are transported separately using specialized freight services. Moving one of these trucks from the factory to a remote mining location can cost hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, depending on the distance and difficulty of the route. With all these costs, why do mining companies still invest in trucks like the BelAZ 75710? The answer is simple: efficiency. While the upfront and operational costs are enormous, these trucks pay for themselves over time. By carrying 450 metric tons in a single load, a BelAZ 75710 replaces multiple smaller trucks, reducing overall fuel consumption, maintenance needs, and workforce costs. Over the span of several years, the efficiency savings can add up to millions of dollars in profit for mining companies. But there's another cost that many people don't think about: the environmental impact. With the mining industry under increasing pressure to reduce emissions and operate more sustainably, many companies are questioning whether massive diesel-powered machines like the BelAZ 75710 will remain viable in the future. Some experts predict that within the next few decades, mining giants may shift to fully electric or hydrogen-powered ultra-heavy haulers, reducing both fuel costs and environmental impact. Right now, some mining companies are already testing electric alternatives. Manufacturers are developing massive battery-powered mining trucks, and some sites are experimenting with autonomous, AI-controlled fleets that reduce human labor costs while maximizing efficiency. While the BelAZ 75710 remains the most powerful and capable truck in the world today, the future of mining might look very different. So, is this truck worth the cost? For the world's biggest mining operations, absolutely. It's an investment that drives productivity, reduces operational bottlenecks, and ultimately leads to higher profits. But for most people, the numbers involved are mind-blowing. Now here's the real question. If you had the money, would you buy one? What would you do with a machine this powerful? Let me know in the comments. And if you love learning about the world's most extreme machines, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. The BelAZ 75710 may be the biggest and most powerful mining truck in the world today, but will it always hold that title? As technology advances at an incredible pace, the future of ultra-heavy haulers is set to change in ways we can barely imagine. Bigger, smarter, and more efficient machines are coming, and they could completely transform the way we mine resources from the earth. Right now, one of the biggest trends in heavy machinery is automation. Mining companies are already experimenting with fully autonomous haul trucks, massive machines that don't need drivers. Instead of human operators, these trucks are guided by GPS, radar, and artificial intelligence, allowing them to navigate rough mining terrain with precision. Some companies have already deployed fleets of self-driving trucks in mining operations, reducing human error and increasing efficiency. But what does this mean for the future of trucks like the BelAZ 75710? Imagine a version of this monster that drives itself 24/7 without brakes. No fatigue, no human mistakes, just pure optimized efficiency. These AI-controlled haulers will be able to calculate the best routes, monitor terrain conditions in real time, and adjust their driving patterns for maximum fuel efficiency. In the near future, we could see an entire fleet of these massive machines working together, coordinating their movements without any human intervention. But automation isn't the only revolution happening in mining trucks. Another major transformation is happening in power sources. Right now, the BelAZ 75710 relies on two massive diesel engines to generate power, burning through over 300 liters of fuel per hour. That's an enormous amount of fossil fuel. And as industries worldwide move toward cleaner energy, mining companies are under pressure to find more sustainable solutions. One possible future is fully electric ultra-heavy haulers. Some mining companies have already started testing large-scale battery-powered dump trucks, completely eliminating diesel engines in favor of massive lithium-ion batteries. These trucks use electric motors similar to the ones in the BelAZ 75710, but instead of diesel generators supplying power, they rely on stored electricity. Not only does this reduce fuel costs, but it also eliminates carbon emissions, making mining operations much more environmentally friendly. But there's a challenge. Batteries that can power a truck the size of the BelAZ 75710 need to be enormous. Right now, battery technology isn't advanced enough to efficiently store and deliver the energy needed for a full shift in a mining operation. However, breakthroughs in solid-state battery technology and fast-charging infrastructure could make fully electric mining trucks a reality much sooner than expected. Another possible alternative to diesel is hydrogen fuel cells. Some manufacturers are developing massive hydrogen-powered mining trucks that generate electricity through a chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen. The biggest advantage of hydrogen over batteries is that refueling is much faster. Instead of waiting hours for a massive battery to recharge, a hydrogen-powered truck could refuel in minutes. If this technology continues to advance, we could see the first generation of hydrogen-powered ultra-heavy haulers replacing diesel giants like the BelAZ 75710 within the next few decades. But what about size? Will future mining trucks be even bigger? Many experts believe that while trucks like the BelAZ 75710 are already pushing the limits of size, bigger isn't always better. While increasing the capacity of mining trucks reduces the number of trips needed, larger vehicles become harder to maneuver and more expensive to maintain. Instead of focusing on pure size, the mining industry may focus on building smarter, more efficient trucks that use automation and alternative power sources to maximize performance without necessarily increasing their physical dimensions. Some mining companies are also looking at an entirely different approach: ditch the trucks altogether. In some cases, instead of using massive haul trucks to move materials, companies are experimenting with conveyor belt systems underground transport networks, and even autonomous rail systems that eliminate the need for traditional dump trucks. While this won't replace the need for heavy haulers in every mining operation, it could lead to a major reduction in demand for massive trucks like the BelAZ 75710. And then there's the possibility of mining beyond Earth. Right now, mining companies are focused on extracting resources from the ground here on our planet. But what happens when the world's richest mineral deposits become harder to reach? Space agencies and private companies are already exploring the possibility of mining asteroids, the Moon, and even Mars for valuable resources. If large-scale space mining becomes a reality, will we see a future version of the BelAZ 75710 operating on another planet? Imagine a fully autonomous, electric-powered mega hauler designed to transport materials in low-gravity environments, using solar power and AI to navigate alien landscapes. The future of mining is evolving rapidly, and while the BelAZ 75710 is a masterpiece of engineering today, the trucks of tomorrow could be completely different from anything we've seen before. Whether it's through automation, electric power, hydrogen fuel, or even space mining, one thing is certain: the way we move massive amounts of material is changing forever. So, what do you think? Will we see a fully electric, autonomous megatruck in our lifetime? Or will mining companies find a completely different way to transport materials? Let me know in the comments. And if you love learning about the world's most incredible machines, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The future of heavy equipment is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. The BelAZ 75710 is not merely a truck. It is a testament to human ingenuity, a monumental achievement that transcends the boundaries of conventional engineering. This colossal machine, the largest mining truck in the world, stands as a living symbol of our collective drive to conquer challenges that once seemed insurmountable. It is a marvel of modern industry, a beast that hauls 450 metric tons of material in a single trip, and a shining example of how innovation can transform an entire sector. As we bring our exploration of this engineering titan to a close, it is time to reflect on its significance, celebrate its achievements, and look forward to a future where even more extraordinary feats await. From the moment the concept of an ultra-heavy haul truck was born, the BelAZ 75710 has redefined what it means to push the limits of possibility. Engineers and visionaries came together with a singular purpose: to create a machine capable of handling the extreme demands of modern mining. In doing so, they reimagined the very nature of heavy-duty transportation. Every aspect of the truck, from its massive 67-foot length and 27-foot height to its robust 33-foot width, was meticulously designed to withstand and perform under the harshest conditions imaginable. Its dual 16-cylinder engines, producing a combined 4,600 horsepower, generate a force so tremendous that it seems almost otherworldly. This power is harnessed through an innovative diesel-electric hybrid system that ensures optimal efficiency and remarkable torque, allowing the truck to traverse the roughest terrains with a grace that belies its gargantuan size. The journey of the BelAZ 75710 is a chronicle of relentless ambition and precise engineering. At a time when traditional dump trucks required multiple trips to transport the sheer volume of material demanded by the mining industry, the advent of this single, monstrous hauler revolutionized operations. It replaced fleets of smaller vehicles, slashing operational costs, reducing environmental impact through fewer emissions, and dramatically increasing productivity. Every trip it makes is a powerful reminder that sometimes thinking big is not just an option, it is the only viable solution. The truck's ability to operate in extreme environments, from the bitter cold of polar regions to the scorching heat of desert mines, is a tribute to the tireless work of its creators. They engineered specialized cooling systems to keep the engines running smoothly, developed unique tire compounds to endure severe wear and tear, and incorporated incorporated cutting-edge technologies to ensure that every component could withstand the punishing realities of large-scale mining. Beyond its technical specifications, the BelAZ 75710 symbolizes a paradigm shift in industrial operations. It has transformed mining from a labor-intensive process to one where a single, well-designed machine can perform the work of many. Its existence has spurred innovation across the industry, inspiring the development of autonomous trucks, advanced energy recovery systems, and even entirely new modes of material transport. The data collected from its continuous operation has provided invaluable insights, paving the way for future advancements that will further enhance efficiency, safety, and sustainability in mining. With each haul, it not only moves millions of tons of raw material, but also propels the industry into a new era, one defined by technological mastery and an unwavering commitment to overcoming the challenges posed by nature. Looking ahead, the legacy of the BelAZ 75710 is set to evolve. While its current form represents the pinnacle of diesel-powered engineering, the horizon of industrial innovation is brimming with possibilities. The next generation of heavy haulers is likely to be smarter, more sustainable, and even more integrated with digital technology. Imagine a future where trucks of this magnitude are completely autonomous, operating around the clock without the need for human intervention. Such vehicles would be equipped with sophisticated artificial intelligence systems capable of analyzing real-time data to optimize routes, predict maintenance needs, and even adapt to sudden changes in terrain or weather conditions. These advancements would not only enhance operational efficiency, but also significantly improve safety on mining sites, where every second counts and human error can have dire consequences. At the same time, the energy landscape is shifting, and with it, the power sources that drive our most formidable machines. The BelAZ 75710 currently relies on massive diesel engines that consume up to 2,300 liters of fuel per hour, a figure that underscores both its immense power and its substantial environmental footprint. However, as the world moves towards cleaner energy solutions, we may soon witness the emergence of fully electric or hydrogen-powered ultra-heavy haul trucks. These innovations promise to reduce carbon emissions, lower operational costs, and further push the boundaries of what is possible in industrial transportation. Battery technology is advancing rapidly, and while there are significant challenges to overcome, such as developing energy storage systems that can match the performance of traditional fuels, the potential benefits are enormous. Similarly, hydrogen fuel cells offer the promise of rapid refueling and long operating times, which could be game changers in remote mining operations where downtime is costly. The evolution of mining trucks is not merely about increasing size or power. It is about reimagining the entire ecosystem of resource extraction and transportation. As industries around the world adopt new technologies, the focus is shifting towards creating systems that are not only efficient, but also resilient and sustainable. The advancements driven by the BelAZ 75710 and its contemporaries are laying the groundwork for a future where industrial machines are seamlessly integrated with digital networks, renewable energy sources, and intelligent control systems. This convergence of technologies will usher in an era of unprecedented productivity, where the heavy machinery of tomorrow will be capable of performing tasks with a level of precision and reliability that was once the stuff of science fiction. In this unfolding narrative of progress, the BelAZ 75710 remains a towering figure, a beacon of what human creativity and determination can achieve. Its massive silhouette on the mining site is more than just a physical presence. It is a symbol of progress, a challenge to complacency, and an inspiration to engineers and innovators around the globe. Every rivet in its structure, every line in its design, and every component of its intricate systems speaks to the extraordinary lengths that were taken to create a machine that could redefine an entire industry. It has not only changed the way mining is conducted, but has also set a standard for excellence that will guide future generations of industrial design. As we conclude our exploration of this magnificent machine, it is impossible not to feel a deep sense of admiration and wonder. The BelAZ 75710 embodies the spirit of relentless innovation and the unwavering pursuit of perfection. It challenges us to think bigger, to push beyond our perceived limitations, and to embrace the possibilities that lie at the intersection of technology and human ambition. Its legacy is not simply measured in tons of material moved or the vast distances it travels. It is measured in the inspiration it provides to every engineer, every designer, and every dreamer who dares to envision a world where the impossible becomes possible. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the BelAZ 75710 and its incredible impact on the mining industry? Do you believe that machines like this are paving the way for a future where even more groundbreaking innovations will emerge? Perhaps you envision a world where fully autonomous, zero-emission haulers dominate the landscape, transforming not only mining, but all aspects of heavy industry. Whatever your vision, your perspective is important. I invite you to share your ideas, theories, and questions in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most extraordinary machines, please consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you become part of a community that is passionate about technology, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of progress. Every video we release is designed to spark curiosity, challenge conventional wisdom, and showcase the remarkable achievements of modern engineering. There is so much more to explore, from the tiniest details of advanced machinery to the grand visions of the future that are being built right before our eyes. Your engagement fuels our journey forward. Whether it's by liking, commenting, or sharing this video, your support helps us continue to uncover and celebrate the wonders of our technological world. Together we can dive deeper into the mechanics of these incredible machines and uncover the stories behind the technology that is shaping our future. So as we wrap up this epic conclusion, remember that the BelAZ 75710 is more than just a mining truck. It is a powerful symbol of what can be achieved when vision meets innovation. It reminds us that even in the face of daunting challenges, there is always a way forward, always an opportunity to break new ground and redefine what is possible. Let this machine be a beacon that inspires you to pursue your own dreams with unwavering determination and to always look for the extraordinary in the everyday. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the world of heavy machinery and industrial innovation. I look forward to reading your thoughts and continuing the conversation about the future of technology and engineering. Subscribe to the channel, keep watching our videos, and let your voice be heard in the comments. Together, we can explore the frontiers of modern engineering and celebrate the incredible achievements that are transforming our world.